The historic center in Limassol is undergoing an exciting transformation. Old buildings are being restored, new ones are being built, offices, shops and apart hotels are opening. I popped into the office of investment and development company Square One and had a chat with my colleague Alexander about the pros and cons of living and working in the Old Town.
The biggest pro is the proximity to lifestyle infrastructure. So if you live in the Old Town or you work in the Old Town and you live in the center, it's a 5-minute ride on the car or a 10-minute walk away. You have all the bars, the restaurants, the cafes, all within a 2-minute walk from here. Obviously the sea, obviously the marina, everything is, I would say, at the tip of your fingers when you're in the Old Town. Talking about the cons, and I think everybody knows this, it's the parking situation in the Old Town. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do as a company to fix. However, with our projects, we do offer parking within our properties. Therefore, our clients know that they will always have their parking spot in their residences. There were conversations about transforming part of the Old Town into a pedestrian zone, which will obviously mitigate a lot of these issues.
What do you like the most about Old Town of Limassol?
To be honest, I like the culture. I used to live in the Old Town for a long time. And I like the fact that there's always something going on, be it a pop-up shop, a pop-up cafe, farmer's market, or cultural activities that happen in the Old Town. You'll always find something interesting, regardless of what your hobby is.
Cost of living in the Old Town of Limassol, if you compare with other parts of the city, is it more expensive, extremely more expensive, or it's reasonable?
I would say it's average around Limassol. We must not forget that we are in the city center, and obviously the closer you are to the city center, the more expensive it gets, not only to buy land, to buy properties, to rent properties, because everybody wants to be in the city center. If you were to go more eastwards, the cost of living would be slightly lower. If you were to go to westwards towards Limassol, which is quite, I would say, luxury area, that is where your cost of living starts to grow. For the Old Town and the city center of Limassol, I would say that it's an average cost of living. It's not too high, it's not too low.
What I love about your company, that actually you're doing exactly the same what you advise in your clients. You are based in the Old Town of Limassol and you invested in the new office. Can you tell me the story of this place? How long it took to find this beautiful building and restore it, renovate it?
So this is a listed building, so that means it has architectural heritage. We cannot really change a lot about this building or renovate it. We can only maintain it to a high quality standard place to make it livable, workable. So it took us about 6 months to find a place, plan out how we wanted the zones to be, plan out where every department is going to be, do the work actually and move here. We moved here in, I would say, mid-summer, July-ish. As longer we're staying here, the more we kind of are making it our base of operations and the more things we're adding, modernizing a lot of things here.
How difficult it is to find a building like this and to get all the planning permits and to renovate it?
To find a listed building, I would say it's not that hard in the Old Town. There's a lot of listed buildings. However, to find a listed building where you wouldn't have to go very expensive on your costs is more difficult. So you need something that is kind of has the foundation, because a lot of the things you will see are kind of falling apart because of no maintenance over many decades. I would say they are special places. They're there, but they're just hard to spot. They're not so obvious at first sight.
How many employees do you have now in your office here?
So currently we have a team of over 20 professionals. We try and keep everything in-house. That lets us control not only the costs of things, but it also lets us control the processes and deliver the promises that we make. So currently we have obviously the commercial department, the finance department, the legal department in-house, as well as the technical, the architectural. We communicate with each other on a daily basis.
What are your future plans?
Obviously, the plan is to maintain the pace that we're growing at. It is to expand our operations, of course. And we are actually working on a couple of interesting projects that are going to be launched soon. Some of them, as always, in the city center, in Limassol. And some we're looking towards the direction of Paphos, which is becoming quite a very interesting, I would say, high potential market.
Your personal preferences, Limassol or Paphos?
For me personally, I would say Limassol. I think here I found finally the perfect balance between work and life. So I work during the day and then I get to enjoy the Mediterranean lifestyle in the evenings and over the weekends.
And Paphos, for whom Paphos is a good match?
I would say Paphos is a better match for people looking for a slower pace. The lifestyle in Paphos is more accommodating of a smooth and go with the flow kind of approach.
If you are interested in investing in the Old Town of Limassol, I recommend you learn about Square One's project. They will help you choose a property, invest in one of the projects under construction, manage the rent, get a high yield, and find a commercial space for your business. See their projects and contacts in the video description. So, do you want to live and do business in Cyprus? Please write in the comments. If you need help moving and starting a business in Cyprus, feel free to message me. See you soon in Limassol.